Hey everyone, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a makeup tutorial for you using this palette right here, which is by Ace Beauty, and it is their quintessential palette. And I'd actually never even heard of Ace Beauty before, but I saw this palette floating around Instagram. And once you guys see it, you'll understand why I had to pick it up. I mean, just look at these colors. They are so beautiful, and this packaging is everything. So I'm so excited to play with it today, see what look I come up with. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel before you leave and check out my social media links below. And let's just go ahead and get started because I'm so excited to play with this palette. Starting off with primer, of course, I'm taking this Stila One Step Correct, and this has a mixture of green, peach, and lavender to really color correct the skin, brighten, and moisturize. Then moving on to foundation, I'm taking the Estée Lauder Double Wear in Desert Sand, and annoyingly it doesn't have a pump, so things get really messy. And I'm also mixing in the Marc Jacobs Do You Dewdrops to give my skin that gorgeous luminescent glow. And I have only tried this foundation like a few months ago, and it has quickly become one of my absolute favorites. It has such beautiful coverage, it's so long lasting, and it just sits so nicely on the skin. I would just highly recommend it. Taking the LA Girl Pro.Conceal HD Concealer in Porcelain, I'm applying this under my eyes and on my eyelids as well as down the center of my face to highlight, and I'm blending that out with the Sigma 3D HD Kabuki brush. And this is really unique because it has two flat edges, so it's really great to really get up in there close to your eye to blend out that concealer. With the Mercier translucent powder, I'm going to lock that concealer into place before taking the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Ethereal Glow and use this to set the rest of my foundation without making my skin look too matte or flat. I'm going to quickly go in and sculpt out my cheekbones with the Hoola Bronzer by Benefit, and then warm up the rest of my skin with the Physicans Formula Butter Bronzer in Light. To add some glow, I'm taking the Stila Heaven's Hue highlighter in Kitten, and this is the weirdest highlighter I've ever used. It is so soft to touch, but it's like putty. I don't know, it's so weird, but it is so beautiful on the skin. It's not chunky, it doesn't emphasize any dryness. It's just so smooth and so buildable and just like so beautiful. Before we move on to eyes, I'm adding a quick flush of colour to my cheeks using the Too Faced Love Flush Your Love Is King blush. Now for the more exciting part, which is the eyes. So I'm taking the Ace Beauty Quintessential palette and starting off with Clove, the most gorgeous pinky peachy colour ever. I'm literally obsessed, and I'm running this through my crease to act as my transition shade, and I'm just building it up as I go to reach my desired colour intensity. Now taking Rosewood, I'm doing a similar process, so just applying it in my crease and then gradually building up the intensity. So I decided to create a half cut crease look today, so I'm taking the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Concealer, and this is my favourite concealer to carve out any cut crease. It is just so thick and full coverage and amazing, and I'm applying this just above my natural crease as I do have quite hooded eyes, then using my finger to blend out any harsh edges before setting that with the translucent powder, because when you have wet concealer on hooded eyes, that just spells disaster, so you want to set that ASAP. I'm then going to use the shade Berry and apply that where I applied that concealer. And I have to say, overall, I'm really impressed with this palette. I love the colors. They were so pigmented, easy to blend. The only thing I will say though is at the end of the day when I was taking off my makeup, I found the colors stain my lid. And because I used pinks and purples, it kind of looked like I'd been crying that night and the whole next day. So that was kind of weird. I'd never really had that happen before, but I still can't wait to use this palette more and create more looks with it. And also, this is the only shade that I found had a little bit of fallout. The rest, they were good. I decided I wanted to make my lid a little bit more metallic, so I'm taking the Urban Decay Liquid Moondust Eyeshadow in Recharged, and I'm applying that, and I'm applying that where I applied that berry shade. And now is when I become really indecisive. So let me talk you through my thought pattern. So I wanted to define and carve out my half cut crease look, and usually I would use glitter, but I thought as I had a really metallic lid, the glitter wouldn't stand out. So then I was like, maybe I should use black eyeliner. I had no idea, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to run with this black eyeliner idea. So I took the Sigma gel eyeliner in Wicked and I started defining and carving out my half cut crease. And then I quickly realized that nope, I don't like that. So I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to fix this? And then I was like, you know what? I'll use some glitter. Glitter fixes everything, right? So I took the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner in Glam Rock, and I thought that as I already had the black eyeliner, that could be a base. So that would make the glitter really stand out. And I think it turned out okay. I don't know. What do you guys reckon? I dipped back into Clove and used that under my lower lash line and really smudged that out before going back in with Rosewood and really tucking that as close to my waterline as possible. I then applied the Marc Jacobs Highliner Matte Gel Eye Crayon in Fine Wine in my waterline before going in and coating my lashes with the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. I'm highlighting my inner corner and brow bone with Jasmine before locking everything into place with the Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Mist. And here's me being indecisive again. I was choosing between a nude lip or the complete opposite and a bright purple, but I ended up going with the purple, which is the Morphe Liquid Lip in Hollywood Nights, and I'm so glad I chose this color. I think it just gave that extra pop and oomph to this look. And ready, my reaction when I actually realized how bright this lip color is. I'm like, oh yeah, this is nice, and then I'm like, oh, that is bright. But nah, I love it, and I love how the look turned out, and I hope you do too. So thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!